Thank you, Kim. Grand Rising Love. What's up, y'all? Hey, hey, hey. Look closer. Like Dawn is supposed to. Let's get a little closer, like a Dawn is supposed to, right? What's up, y'all? Give me a second. I gotta get some water. What's up? Hey, hey, hey. 20,000 subscribers, y'all. What's up? That's crazy to me. That is so crazy to me. What's up? Hey, everybody. Sage's Lady. Good day, love. Hey, everybody. I got a couple of questions. Listen, this is subscribers appreciation. So this is on me, because I appreciate y'all supporting me, right? Thank you, Regina. So that's why I say email me a free question. You can do it anonymously. I got some pet names in case, but do it on the email, because if you do it on here, that's going to make me crazy. And I ain't into that. I don't want to be crazy today. Hey, thank you, baby. Thank you. Thank us. We did this. This is us. This is a we thing. Without y'all, I couldn't be doing this. Right? So this is us. This is us. I'm going to get to the questions when a few more folks get in here, give people time to come in. But in the meantime, and in between time, let's get some energy. I don't want y'all just to come hang out with me. Well, shit, why not? Sometimes I'll be like, if I go on there and don't pull no cards, they going to kick it with me. What's up, everyone? What's up? Let's get some energy. Ooh, we got a storm warning. Dismantling. 9 for 9. Appreciate y'all. A dismantling of something of some sort. Child, right? I don't know. The altitude. I can't breathe. It's only 20,000. I see people with millions, you know what I'm saying? But still, I don't know. 1010, thank you. I like that. I like that. Y'all know how I feel about the numbers. What we got here? Cornucopia and man holding a coin. Look at that. Look at that. 43 could be significant. November could be significant. 11, 2 could be significant. 7. Almost got tongue-tied. Cornucopia. There's some good. Listen, blessings about to stop pouring in. You're going to be able to sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labor. And with all this yellow I'm picking up, this is about what you do. Like you sown good seeds and those, and they're coming in. And the fruit, listen, it's coming in. Listen, it's coming in, y'all. This is coming from the 5D to the 3D. All right, it's your spiritual. You're in alignment with those things that you're being rewarded. And in a sense, right? It's like, really, we should all be kind-hearted and do what we're supposed to do by nature, right? But when we live in a world the way we live in it today, it's like it's hard to be a good person. It's hard to be out here and be vulnerable with people, because people always want to take advantage. Goddess of the moon, but you are so balanced. Do you hear me? You are so balanced. You recognize what you're supposed to be doing, and you recognize the wolves in sheep's clothing. Okay, you understand the choices that you make will reflect in how you live and what your life looks like, right? Okay, what we got here? The temple path. Come on, spirit, talk to him. You're on the path that you're in alignment with. Number 12 could be significant. Woman holding a coin. Come on, we taking it. Look, the man and the woman out here. This is it. Listen, male or female that's watching. You hear me? Listen, the door to value. Listen, you open up the door to value. What do you value most in your life? 2112, mirror energy. You know what I mean? And it's not, you're not, listen to this, look at this, all these possibilities, the angel of strength, because listen, and the journey, come on. And the third chakra, listen, this is your sacral, this is what you do. The seeds you planted, how you showed up for yourself, for other people. You hear me? Come on now. Male or female. I don't know why this is giving me energy. You guys could be coming into alignment with the true soulmate, somebody that's aligned with you, with your energy. You know what I mean? This is somebody that spirit is putting on your path to walk with you. Listen, on your fucking journey. Look, I'm not listen. You hear me? Stop playing. Yes, contract, baby. You got a new contract. You got a new contract. Ooh-wee. Y'all got a new contract. Oh my goodness. I was gonna do a video on this, but I had a dream last night. And in the dream, I kept hearing you broke the generational curse for your timeline. You broke the generational curse for your timeline. And I kept repeating it to the point that I woke up and I didn't have my notepad. So I had to put it on my phone because my phone was closer to me. So I did it while I was laying in the bed last night. I was like, because spirit don't want me to forget this. You know, because usually I can't really remember shit. But listen, rest and rejuvenation. Listen, y'all are getting a new contract. Spirit said you have broken the generational curses of your timeline. And let me tell you what else I seen. I seen a line of people coming to thank you. These are your ancestors, the ones that didn't, weren't allowed to, be rebels, right? They weren't allowed to go the way that they felt and the way they think. They had to be conformed to society because they had to keep their life, right? But I'm just saying, today we're in an age where we're free to speak how we feel, right? We're free to be ourselves, how we feel about ourselves. That's why we have a lot of people, they changing their sexes and stuff like that, because that's the freedom we have today, right? That's the freedom we have. And you, okay, who I'm speaking to, you have taken the hard road. You have taken the road to healing. You've taken the road to loving yourself and continue to love other people. You had to sever ties with people that maybe have been in your life since you were, how big, right? But you still chose to do it. You chose not to stay in abuse. You chose not to let people gaslight you. You chose not to let people not give you equal reciprocation anymore. You made those hard fucking choices. Where a lot of times before we got here, we sacrificed ourselves, right? Now you can rest. Now you can rejuvenate. 9 and 1 is 10. 21, you got a new contract. Because you made the decision to walk in the energy that your soul was calling you to do. You didn't shy away from the job. A lot of people don't want to walk this path because it's boring. People are going to judge me. It's too hard. It ain't fun. All that shit. Listen, it wasn't fun when I was out in the street either. It was work. I promise. Listen, financial constraints, that's going to be over. All right, with this new contract, you're gonna be the woman holding the coin, and there's a man out here too that's is in that same position that has had to go on this same journey. Okay, listen, spiritual awakenings. Okay, hey everybody, welcome to the live. All right, let me pull one or two more, then I'm gonna answer some questions. Listen, 40, that's your crown chakra. Listen, you did the hard part. 27 could be significant. 72. Listen, patience. You learned patience. You had to have patience through this transformation. You couldn't speed it up. You had to go through the fire. And a lot of y'all do not look like what you've been through because you have faith. And when you have the spirit of God in you, He gonna make you shine. I don't care where you at. Because that's His light. You're not in darkness. Thank you, Spirit. You're on the temple path. Listen, the path to enlightenment, the path into knowing yourself. And when you know yourself, you know the Most High. Thank you, Spirit. What we got here? Speaking the truth. Throat chakra. That's the truth. 39 can be, listen, appreciation. Ain't that something? Ain't this an appreciation live? You guys show me appreciation. I'm showing you appreciation. I appreciate y'all. I do. The thinking man. Strategy. Contract. All right, let's see. Let me see. I got a couple of questions here. Let me see. I'm hoping everybody had enough time to get in here. Or you just have to replay it. Let me see. Questions. My first one is from Chuck. This is for Chuck. Chuck says, what did Chuck say? Okay, wait a minute, y'all. Where's the question at, Chuck? Oh, damn, my bag. I had to open this shit. Okay. My question is, what more can I or should I be doing to help my partner come through his growing, troubling, and burdensome challenges? I do believe he has some not so good entity and energy attached to him, possibly stemming from years back. Yeah, probably what's making him off kilter. I'm paraphrasing as not to, any advice on what I can do to really help is so appreciated, whether I like the answer or not. All right, Chuck, whether you like the answer or not. Oh, yeah. Here we go. This is for Chuck. Hope you're in the house, Chuck. You having dreams about it? That's your spirit guys, right? Mm-hmm. Yep, they've been nudging you. It's time for some new love. We want to be able to love people until they can love themselves, but that's a choice, right? That's not something that you can get from osmosis. That's not something you can learn. Well, actually, strike that from the record. You can learn to love yourself, but you have to be willing to sit back and look at the ugly, right? And sometimes people want us to sit with them and do the work with them and hold their hand. And what does that do? That stagnates us, especially if we've already done that part. What you do, you give them suggestions and you let them go somewhere where people get paid to do that, so that they can adapt to independence and not codependency. Okay. So let's see what's going on here. What's this answer for Chuck Spirit? What can Chuck be doing at this time? Please and thank you. Hey, y'all. Hey. What's going on with Chuck Spirit? What's the answer? What's the message here? Chuck knows the answer. That's what Spirit said. Chuck knows what to do. Oop. Look at that. That's that separation, Chuck. What's high? What's underneath? What's underlying? Unexpected message, huh? Something could be coming through, or you wasn't expecting that. You listen. Take a risk. Maybe they're not the only person that's codependent here. Maybe you are too. I'm just saying. Maybe this is a way for you to validate yourself, right? Having that leverage. Not saying that it's something. It's manipulation, but it's like because you have achieved something that you can utilize to help other people, and that can make you feel can boost your ego, right? But when it's out of control, right? When it's to the point of being disobedient, when it is point of egoism, right? Then we run into these issues. When it's time to go, it's time to go. Let's look at what we got here. Temptation. Yep, you said, yeah, this person is still whatever it is that they need to release. They have not made a decision to do so. Okay, so I'm just gonna look karmic partner. There it is. This is a karmic partner. You know it. Look, somebody that needs to do some inner child healing. Okay. What else going on here for Chuck? What can Chuck be doing, Spirit? I think Chuck needs to like be stamped on the forehead and shit. They want to feel it. They want to feel the answers. Like, answer for me. I understand that. I do that sometimes. I have to stop doing that too. I'd be like, enough with the asking for the answer. I just have to learn how to trust myself. Sometimes we don't trust ourselves, especially when we come out of trauma, because we made a fucked up choice, right? So are we really smart enough to do this shit, right? Have we really learned the lesson, right? Sometimes, I could dig it, but you still keep moving. You still keep taking the necessary steps. What we got here? Spirit said, good luck. I heard good luck and good night. What was that? Look, good luck and good night. What do you need closure about? Some kind of financial loss? Listen, if you continue to stay in this energy, you're going to be taking the loss. I'm telling you, chaser. Who's the chaser? Who's chasing what? What do you really? Come on, Spirit. This is an important conversation you need to have. It's time for you to move forward. Somebody you could be afraid that somebody else may take a financial loss. If you don't let somebody hit the fucking floor, they ain't never gonna get their shit together. Listen. They ain't never gonna get their shit together. You hear me? And they act as if, spirits. This is somebody that's pulling you down, because they try to act as if they're on your level, but all they're really doing is siphoning off your energy, and you keep trying to hold this person up. You better stop, because you're gonna end up right there with that entity attachment on your ass too. That's what I'm hearing. Nothing happens by coincidence. Nothing. All right. Listen, it's time for some new love, some new energy, loving yourself for one. You could have a generous offer coming in. If you have some kind of financial, all three of them, I'm going to take those and be done. Yeah, positive change at the bottom of the deck. If you have some kind of financial gain that's coming in, staying in this with this person, you're going to lose that. Yep, you're at a crossroads. You're afraid of being by yourself. Yep, we all know. We know how it goes, but that's part of the healing. There's some new friendships that will come in. You just have to be patient. But you also have to have faith and trust, right? So that you can make this positive change. You do have a soulmate, right? That's coming towards you. All right. Look, and there go that runner. This could be the soulmate that's a runner. Take that high. You can see that. Signs from nature. All right, Chuck. I hope that answered your question. Let's see. Let me get another one. How y'all doing out there? Amen. What's up, everyone? I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for helping the subscription get up to 20,000. Okay. That's awesome. All right, let me do one more. Let's see. This is from, let me see. This is for Little Bea. Little Bea. All right, what's the question, Little Bea? Spirit guys think that's cute. Something about the beaver, right? The beaver is someone that builds, someone that prepares, right? So you could be very a hard worker. Okay, you're very you like to make people comfortable. It's like you like to keep your home very comfortable. You could have OCD. Because you're the type of person that always likes to be ready. Okay. All right. Well, it says, will I ever see or have my kids back in my life again? All right, Little Bea. You're preparing for them, and that's a manifestation. All right. That's the energy of the beaver. Preparation, building. Sometimes they can create backup too, could slow things down, because when beavers build dams, they stop the flow, right? So, something about a blockage, okay? Somebody has a wall up. What's this message, Spirit, for Little Bea? No, I'm not doing personal readings. We have soulmates. So soulmate can be people in our lives, family, friends. All right. So this is a soulmate energy. Um, Enchanted healer. No, I'm not doing readings. I'm doing a free question for subscribers for helping us reach 20,000. This is a subscriber appreciation live. Okay. And you got to email if you want to be anonymous, you got to send it through the email. All right, because that way, I can do it like I'm doing it now. Anyway, let me get back to Little Beaver here, please. Thank you. All right. So soulmate energy here. So this is the energy's coming through. What's the message for Little Beaver spirit? Financial loss. A new love. So finances could be an issue here, either for you or for someone around you. Okay. I don't know how old your children are. Karmic lesson. Ooh, somebody got to learn a lesson. Somebody's got to learn a lesson. And you can't, you have to let them learn the lesson. That's what I'm hearing. Something about autumn. Closure. What's going on here for Little Beaver spirit? Or this could be a karmic lesson for you. Chaser energy. This could be in the past. All right. Maybe you were chasing someone or something, lost a lot of money. Big success. This was a karmic lesson. Were you with someone that you may have lost some, took a loss? Whether it was financial or whether it was your children. Take it how it resonates. This was a lesson for you. What's going on here? What's this? Child, listen. Karmic partner. Karmic lesson. And that's a message from spirit. What's going on here for a Little Beaver? You know the question, spirit. What's the answer? What's the advice for Little Beaver here, spirit? Codependency. Either you were codependent on someone for finances or they were codependent on you for yours. Temptation. Maybe you have a habit of getting into relationships with people that you feel like you got to fix. I heard you want to fix these people, but your kids, you let your kids fall to the wayside. That's what I heard. I feel like that's the energy from the kids. Like that's how they felt, like you cared more about somebody than you did about them. That's what I'm hearing. Temptation, hot and cold, off and on, back and forth, up and downs. I don't know why I heard suspect. So take that how it resonates. What's going on for Little Beaver here, spirit? Manifest. You manifested this. Good luck. What's that? What's manifest? What's going on here? Financial loss, manifest. What's the karmic lesson? Okay, Enchanted Healer. Patience. Spirit is saying for you to be patient. Now, either this is you or this is one, possibly, like I said, I don't know about how old your kids are. If they're grown, if they're adult children, somebody could be taking a loss, and this is a lesson. All right, because they were very much so dependent on you. Maybe you always had caught them when they would be short on a bill or paid this or paid that or some shit like that. All right. And therefore somebody, they took it for granted, confirmation. They took it for granted, right? That you were always gonna be there. Or maybe you did. I don't know. Take this how it resonates, okay? Secret admirer. Child, what is going on here? Third party interference. What's going on here, Little Beaver? Soulmate, financial loss, karmic lesson, karmic partner. Codependent, manifest, patience, and secret admirer. Can I get some more messages here, Spirit? This is like a lot of energy, a lot of different things going on. What's this? Somebody needs to do some inner healing. This could be, I feel like this is you, collective. Running from your fear and anxiety. Yes. Life-changing decision. You made a life-changing decision, or life-changing decision is being made. It's a karmic lesson. You may want something. Okay, so if this is something that has already unfolded, now you're in the thick of it. Okay, Spirit is saying for you to be patient. Somebody admires you. If you have gotten out of this energy and you're trying to get your shit together so you can get your babies back, all right, I feel like the person that you left behind kind of admires that because you chose yourself over them. Because you possibly, like I said, I felt that other energy of the kids thinking that you felt um like you was choosing them. You know what I mean? So I feel like you're doing some inner healing. Whoever you was dealing with, they running, they ain't doing shit. They still in the same energy. You made a life-changing decision. You have a lot of fear and anxiety. Yes, you're going to have an important conversation, but I'm picking up maybe like with your therapist first, because sometimes we think we can just go in and say, I'm sorry, and try to heal things. Because I've done that when my kids was taken, and when they came back into my life, I overgave to the point where I gave away all my energy, and I ended up back to the drinking and the drugging. You hear me? Because I wasn't prepared emotionally, possibly even mentally, for a reconnection and the trauma, you know what I'm saying, that I caused and what they had to go through. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't ready for that shit. I felt guilty. So I gave and I gave and I gave. I overgave, you know? And I feel like you have fear and anxiety. I feel like if you just keep doing what you're doing, right? In time, when God feels like you have learned how to not, get distracted, how you have learned to be self-sufficient, right? That not just financially, but emotionally. You got to heal that trauma, that whatever's, going on inside, so that you can heal yourself and not have to depend on or want to choose other people over yourself and over your children. That's a healing process. Okay. But I feel like that's what you're doing. Okay. Now, can we answer the question, Spirit? She wants to know if she's going to see her babies. What we got here? Chaser energy. Yeah, that's the energy. That's your energy. You're the chaser. You're the fixer. Okay. Yep. You see things in a new perspective. I don't know. Maybe God don't want you to focus on that right now. Look, there go that mirroring energy. This is somebody that had to show up in your life like this so that you could see that you are worthy. Even your kids couldn't get you to see that you were worthy because you weren't even choosing yourself. So how you gonna choose them? Right? Open up, be honest. If you're seeing a therapist, good. That's good. You need to. This was your twin flame, baby. Listen. This was all about you. So, in order for you to get right with your kids, because your kids gonna have issues too. Understand that they're gonna be mirroring your shit. You really need to stay on top of your own inner healing right now and allow them to come into your life, or you and theirs, when the time is right. Nothing happens by coincidence. Okay? As old Spirit said, don't focus on your healing right now, because if you're focused on getting them kids back, you're only gonna do the bare minimum to appease the masses, to appease people around you, to make it look like you ready. But I promise you, I did that shit. Mm-mm. You got to do that inner healing. Let's see what's going on here, Spirit, for Little Beaver. Maybe that's why the dam is up. Maybe that's why there's a blockage right now. Oh, you may feel like that. What we got? You ain't strong enough yet. That's what Spirit said. It came in the reverse. You're not strong enough for it yet. You're not strong enough. Look, you're dazed and confused about it, but Spirit said you're not strong enough for it yet. What we got here? Look. Apology. Wow. Yeah, I know you sorry. They know you sorry too. You know what I mean? They know you sorry too. Give me one more for Little Beaver. Healthy boundaries. That's what you gotta do. Yeah. Listen, look at that. Family concerns. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Take a risk. Take a risk on yourself. Because if you go back into an unhealed situation, you know what I'm saying, where there's a lot of animosity, a lot of shit that has not been healed, you're going to be sacrificing yourself again. And there's nothing gonna become, it's only gonna get worse, I'm hearing. All right, let me see. What's going on? Who else we got here? Oh, that's it for now. Anyway, what we got? Enchanted healer. Wow, that took a lot of energy out of me. Ah, mhm. Enchanted healer. From spirit and gods to break a cycle of poverty and abandonment. Spirit. Poverty and abandonment. I don't know why they want me to get you an energy card. Okay, Spirit, what's the message here for Enchanted Healer? Thank you, Beverly. I appreciate it. Yep. For now, anyway. You know what I mean? You can stay that for now. I can dig it. Yep. Because it's safer there, right? It's safer there right now. What's the message here for Enchanted Healer Spirit on breaking the cycle of poverty and abandonment? What do they need to know, Spirit? Please and thank you. Oh, look at you. I heard with your friendly ass. That's what I heard with your friendly ass. You wear your heart on your sleeve. You're very giving. You're very nurturing. You give the shirt off your back for anybody. But you have never received that kind of reciprocation. You always overgiving. You always extended yourself way too much. Be in hopes, because you're like a seer. You can see somebody. You can see people's souls, and people's souls are pure. You know what I mean? I don't care which way you do it. You know what I mean? People's souls initially. You can see the good in people. You can see the light that they can't even see because of the 3D, of course. But you're very loving. You're very kind. Look at you. Action. So there's some action, something moving forward, something confirmation. What's going on here for Enchanted Healer? Uh-oh. We got financial constraints and a temple path. So you could be having some financial issues now, okay? Yep, you're out here, giving and loving and sharing all your good blessings and stuff like that, which is commendable, you know what I mean? I don't feel like you brag about it, you're just doing that. You feel like that's how you're being led to do that. It may have caused you to have some financial constraints, yeah, and some anxiety, right? Mm-hmm. Because see, you don't have anybody that's willing to do this for you. And you ain't complaining. I don't feel like you're complaining at all. You know, you're going to have to budget your money a little better. You're going to have to learn how to say no, pray about things. You know what I mean? Yeah, God wants us to take care of people that are in need and stuff, but He also wants you to learn how to take care of yourself. Okay? Man holding a coin. What's going on here, Spirit, for Enchanted Healer? Oh, yin and the yang. Somebody here to bring you some balance. Oh, healer of the ages. That's you. That's your energy. The giver, the healer, the lover, the nurturer, the builder-upper, right? The strong one that everybody thinks you're so strong, you're so wise, you're so smart. They don't realize it's at night when you cry or when you're in need and you don't want to ask nobody for shit because you put yourself on a pedestal. You allow other people to make you look like you don't need no help. And you really don't need no help because God is the sole source of all your provisions, right? And when you're in bleak times like this also shows you the people around you, right? Listen, blessings are coming in. You're gonna be rewarded. Them twos up there, that 11, that's giving me double for your trouble. So yeah, and it soon come. Your harvest soon come in. Listen, this is from the root. This is you give from a pure space, right? Ooh, what's this attachment? What's this mask? What are you holding on to? You keep doing something. You keep sacrificing yourself and pretending that you're okay when you're not. You know what I mean? Either you're going to go to the Most High with that so that He can replenish you. Maybe that's what you need to do. Have a little more faith. Listen, but somebody's coming in to help. All right. I feel like Spirit's going to send you somebody that's going to give to you and take care of you and lighten your load. Maybe even take the whole load. I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. Because you are on your temple path. You are. I heard that sometimes we look for rewards. We shouldn't look for rewards, right? You don't look for rewards. But what you do look for, which we should, is that promise, right? That we will see, blessings and peace and joy and happiness in this lifetime. All right? You will. Listen, you will. You are. Something about the 31st, okay? December 31st. Look, new contracts, baby. Things are going to be balanced out. Something about the number 6. June 31st. Take it how it resonates. Ooh, but be careful. Be careful of people coming around because your blessings are coming in. People that weren't there when you was in need, but you helped them, but they couldn't support you. Be careful of that, all right? Those are the ones, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You have a new contract coming in. It's gonna balance out all that you've given and you didn't receive. And that's exactly what we're supposed to. We're supposed to be giving not to those that can give it back to us, but those that can't give us shit. They can't do nothing for us. We should never be giving in order to receive unless somebody want to borrow. That's a different story. Even when they borrow, you shouldn't expect to get that shit back because listen, where you gonna get it from if you didn't have it in the first fucking place? I'm just saying. What's the message here? For healer, for enchanted healer spirit. Yeah, you have a lot of anxiety. 18 could be significant. Look, man holding the heart. Somebody's going to come in and love you too. Not only just support you financially, but they're going to come in. Listen, it's a new contract, I promise. You got a new contract coming in, baby. That's the second time. You hear me? What's going on here, spirit? You could have someone in your life or around you that you could be anxious about. Do they really care about me? Do they really love me? I don't know that, listen, rest and rejuvenate. Don't worry about it. That's what Spirit said. Ooh, yes. That's what Spirit said. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Listen, don't worry about it. You just keep going which way you're supposed to be going. Yes. Listen, look. Child, listen. You're going to be blessed. Yep, listen. For all your hard work. Okay? 5 and 3 is 8. As above, so below. What goes around comes back around. And aces, I'm hearing. That's what I heard in aces. All right? What's going on, y'all? I hope y'all enjoyed the message. I hope y'all enjoyed the messages. What else? Anybody else? Otherwise, I'm going to get on up off of here because I'm hungry. Y'all know me. And plus, that's a lot of energy. Yeah, I got to go replenish. What y'all do? You're welcome. You're so welcome. Congratulations, everybody, on our 20,000. That's what us building together, brick and mortar, right? Brick by brick. That's subscriber by subscriber, right? So y'all part of the building now, right? Y'all part of the building now. All right, y'all. I'm finna get up off of this. I'll see y'all on the next one. All right. Y'all take care. All right. Deuces.